My name is Chantel, and together with Matthew, who is sitting next to me, we work for Fifth Place, where our mission is to make the world a better place by enabling the how. How to be less stressed, how to be less anxious, how to feel less down, how to be calmer, more peaceful, more at ease, more tolerant and accepting. So, Matthew, what are we going to be covering in this video today?
Hi there. So today we're going to talk a bit about how shape of emotion works. We usually give a short version, but over the next few videos we thought we'd explore and share a little bit more detail. So Chantel's going to ask the questions as if she doesn't know the answers, and I'm going to share the answers. And in this particular video we're going to go through the first two steps of shape of emotion.
Okay, so the last video you told us that shape of emotion is a model, process and tool for the way we structure, store, represent and regulate our inner feeling states. You told us that it can be used to down-regulate difficult feelings as well as up-regulate supportive ones. You told us that it works in groups and that you don't need to talk about how you're feeling or why you're feeling the way that you do. One does, however, need to feel that emotion. Now, if I'm feeling really anxious, super stressed, or very angry, I don't necessarily want to have to feel that emotion anymore. I want to feel less. So now you're telling me I need to feel this feeling?
The short answer is yes. You do need to feel the feeling in order to use shape of emotion. The good news, however, is you don't need to feel it for very long. You, perhaps like us, have developed strategies, burying, avoiding or numbing, which we collectively refer to as banning our emotions, which is one of the ways, or a lot of us deal with unpleasant feelings and emotions. But in this instance, the goal is to feel the feeling, feel the emotion, with a view to clearing it or releasing it and letting it go.
So it's going to go away. How do you do that?
By magic, which is also known as shape of emotion. So shape of emotion is a 4-step process. You feel your emotion. You then find the feeling in or around your body. You observe what it looks like, and then you touch to release and let it go. Now, in the first step, you do need to feel what you are feeling, feel the emotion. You don't need to label it, however, because we work with the somatic felt sense, which is the feeling in the body, as opposed to the label.
But so many people who work in this space say that it helps if you can label your emotions, and having a rich and diverse emotional vocabulary is a positive step to building emotional resilience. Are you saying that this isn't necessary?
Okay, so just to qualify that, I'm not saying, we as Fifth Place are not saying that you shouldn't build a rich emotional vocabulary. When it comes to shape of emotion, however, it's not necessary. And I'm just going to run through 5 reasons, the 5 main reasons why. So the first reason is we designed shape of emotion to work for children as well as adults. And children process emotions differently to adults, and they don't develop an emotional vocabulary until they're older children, but they do feel. And sometimes, as an example, if they're feeling anxious, it might show up as a tummy ache. Now, we don't want your ability, or lack thereof, to be able to name your emotions to get in the way of dealing with your difficult feelings. Reason number 2, we can misinterpret our emotions. We might say we're feeling anxious when in actual fact we're feeling depressed. And of course the other way around, and I'm sure you can list your own examples. But that feeling of butterflies in your stomach, well, it can be anxiety, it can be excitement, it can be hunger. As a woman, you might even be pregnant. So there are multiple ways of interpreting that sensation. Remember that shape of emotion wants to get you out of your head and into your body. And when you label your emotions, this is step number 3, or reason number 3, labeling your emotions puts you back into the thinking space, back into your head. And so instead of sitting there worrying about whether you're feeling stressed or tired, we just work in the body, because that can get in the way. And as I've said a couple of times, if we move on to reason number 4, we work with the feeling in the body. They call it, or it's known as, the somatic sensation of the emotion. And this tool, shape of emotion, can and has been used for pain as well. We've also worked with physical injuries like knee injuries and ITB problems, as well as headaches and back pain, because these are all felt in the body. We also work with the structure of the emotion, so that's reason number 5, and not the emotion itself. And so you will not be feeling that feeling for very long.
Okay, so we don't need to label our emotion for this process, but we do need to feel it. Then what?
In terms of shape of emotion, the first step, as you've said, is to feel it. The second step is to find it in or around your body, the emotion, that is.
Okay, so find that emotion in or around my body. So I get that I can find my emotion in my body. I feel my anxiety in my chest. I feel my stress in my shoulders or my neck. But what do you mean about around my body?
Our emotions show up in our body, as you've said, and I said a lot earlier about somatic sensation. Someone who is disconnected from their feelings, for example, because of a trauma or because of that banning strategy that I mentioned, the burying, avoiding, or numbing, it can be a challenge to feel in your body, and it can take some practice. It can take some practice to connect with your body, and noticing what you are feeling is also a little bit of a skill. So like any skill-based process, it requires persistence and practice to get better. And when we talk about the emotions showing up around our body, it can be something like, a heavy weight on the shoulders or something wrapped around us. And we suggest, when you're doing shape of emotion for the first few times, or as long as you want, but especially in the beginning, that putting a hand on that part of the body where you're feeling it helps you connect and anchor what it is that you're feeling.
Okay, that makes sense. So I have felt my emotion that I want to clear. I have found it in or around my body. What next?
Okay, well, that would be step number 3 and step number 4, and those are going to be in the next few videos. So we did say bite-sized pieces, and we have gone into a bit of detail around the first 2 steps in this particular one.
Yes, we have. And, it's also a great opportunity to practice. So feeling your feelings and noticing where they show up in or around your body is a great opportunity to practice that. Not all of us are aware of the fact that we are feeling something or where it is. So the invitation is for you to go and be more aware of what you're feeling and where you're feeling it in or around your body. And if you have any questions or having difficulty or some concerns, please engage with us. Engage with us on this platform, or contact us via our website.
So, until next time, from me, Matthew, bye for now.
Thank you for spending time with us. To find out more about Shape of Emotion, here's to making your world a better place. This is me, Chantal, saying bye for now.